Hello and welcome to the next ReeVlog. It's not 7 yet, which is good, even though it does mean that I woke up with my alarm today, which isn't something that I like doing, but it has its uses. I also woke up really early, about 1:20 to 1, something like that, the first time I woke up this morning, which is also a non-ideal situation to be in, but that's okay. I managed to get back to sleep again at some point. Yeah. So, today I am helping my cousin move. We're in a bubble, so it's fine. But, yeah, I'm helping him move. He's already moved most of his stuff, apparently. It's just sort of the heavy lifting, because he's recently had an appendectomy, so he can't do heavy lifting. So I imagine it'll be me and his girlfriend whilst he looks after his son. But that's okay. That'll be in about an hour and a half at a guess, that they'll be picking me up to take me there to do the stuff to come back again. After that, I've got 2 workouts to do today, along with my skipping and starting the drawing part of my diagrams for my ebook and soft skills resource. I will also need to continue working on my Seikuken research. Turns out it's not an actual thing. I did wonder that. It's just something that was made up for the show, but I think that it was a very useful thing to be made up for the show, insofar as it's got some real merits, and I imagine it's probably an exaggerated form of stuff that already exists elsewhere, but I can't find anything for it elsewhere. It's just a really cool way of thinking about it. I'm going to take my glasses off because the reflections. But yeah, it's cool to think your opponent, they have defenses, they have offenses. You need to be able to figure out where their defensive weaknesses lie, but if you get within range for them to block you, you are within range for them to strike you, in theory. Which is why you think about these air circles, these spheres, that their reach is cyclical, so it works within night theory, but no matter how circlish it is, obviously they can't reach as far that way as they can that way. Of course, again, they can use their other arm, but if you throw a punch to this is my left shoulder, so if you throw a punch towards the left side of their face, they're probably going to use their left arm to block it. Which means if you then throw a punch to the left side of the face again, their hand will be there, so they will block it. Ribs, though, might have opened up. Or the center line. That's what the purpose of feints and combinations is to open up the defenses. If you can imagine it in these like physically see, like, this is where they are blocking right now, and in a slightly different way to in the show, if like where they're currently blocking is like opaque, then you can have translucent through to transparent as it goes away from there to see this is where the defense is strongest, where this color that I'm imagining is thickest, where it's harder to see through or impossible to see through. It's not see through. But as you get further away from that, the color thins out and becomes not there at all as their guard gets weaker and weaker and weaker. Doing so would enable you to shift the pattern with wherever it is they're blocking and their movements and their positioning, as does your opening them up. If you go for an opening where it's, complete shallow, there's no guard really, and they move to block it, then they've detracted their guard from elsewhere, so you go there. And this is where hip block drills come into it, but I'm getting too into that. I also need to continue work on my friend's TV stand. I said I'd have it done over the weekend last week, but paint took longer to dry than I anticipated, so I won't. I would also like to put the edits that I did on the ebook last week on the computer, so I might do that instead of drawing today and start drawing tomorrow. Regardless though, my neck still hurts, which means it's been a week, maybe 2, which isn't great, but it's definitely lessening in general. This morning is particularly bad. I think that might just be because I slept funny, but it's still nowhere near as bad as it was last week, so I can't really complain too much. I can still get stuff done. So yes. Right, I'm gonna go outside and walk around for a bit so I get to enjoy sunrise, which means this probably won't be uploaded for quite a while because I don't upload off of my 3G. But we will see. It will be uploaded when it is uploaded. I'll schedule it to upload before I go out so that it will upload when I get back, whether I remember it or not. And I will catch you cats on the flip-flop. Goodbye!